without explaining what they are exactly and how they are stratified. In the Quran, in the following places, it talks about 7 heavens. In Quran 67:3 and 71:15, it mentions they are in layers. For example, 67:3 says, He, Allah, created 7 heavens as layers. And in Quran 71:15 to 16, it repeats this again. In Quran 41:12, it mentions the stars are placed in the lowest heaven, and He completed them as 7 heavens within 2 days, and inspired in each heaven its command. And we adorned the nearest heaven with lamps, to mean stars, and as a protection, that is the determination of the exalted in might, the knowing. Why stars are described as protectors will be covered in a future video. Nonetheless, Proxima Centauri, found within the Alpha Centauri 3-star system, is the closest star to Earth outside of the solar system other than the Sun. Proxima Centauri is about 4.25 light years away. To give an idea of this distance, even with current technology, the fastest probe will still take over 50,000 years to get there. And with other stars, trillions amongst trillions of them, further away at the outermost reaches of the universe, for the Quran to claim the stars as a collective are in the lowest heaven is incorrect. It is obvious stars are not laid in the universe according to the information contained in the Quranic verse. In addition to 7 heavens, the Quran also confirms the presence of 7 earths in 65:12. Allah is the one who has created 7 heavens and their like from earth. Here is an image of how the 7 heavens and earths seem to be stratified according to Islamic cosmology, with Allah's throne at the top. In Sahih Muslim 162a, in the chapter The Night Journey on which the Messenger of Allah was taken up into the heavens and the prayers were enjoined, it describes how Muhammad went to the 7 heavens. The hadith is lengthy and the relevant part is here. The full link is in the description. 7 earths are mentioned in Sahih al-Bukhari 3196. In Jami' at-Tirmidhi 3298, the 7 heavens and 7 earths are mentioned in the same hadith, including the distance between each one of them being 500 years. Feel free to pause the video to read it all. The original concept of 7 heavens predates Islam by many thousands of years, going as far back to 8000 BC and beyond. It was developed within ancient Mesopotamia, who regarded the sky as a series of domes covering the flat earth. In the Sumerian religion, the 7 heavens symbolized both the physical and metaphysical concepts, where the 7 gods resided in the 7 heavens. For further reading on the subject, consider this book, Daily Life in Ancient Mesopotamia. There are many books on the subject that say the same thing. In the book, The Dead Sea Scrolls in Context, it states on page 487 that the 7 heavens concept are of Mesopotamian origin. Other books confirm that within Mesopotamian cosmology, the concept of 7 heavens and 7 earths existed. In chapter 9, it mentions this in the book Mesopotamian Cosmic Geography. Within ancient Sumerian and Babylonian mythology, 7 heavens and 7 earths are mentioned as explained in the book Encyclopedia of Cosmology, stating Sumerian incantations made reference to 7 heavens and 7 earths. The ancient Greeks, whose history goes as far back as 900 BC, adopted a model of celestial spheres. This cosmology involved celestial orbs nested concentrically inside one another, with the Earth in the middle, and the outermost orb containing the stars. There were 7 inner orbs for the known 7 celestials of the sky, and their ordering is preserved in the naming of the days of the week. Later astronomers who built their knowledge from the Greeks, including early Muslim astronomers such as Al-Farghani and Ibn al-Haytham, used the Ptolemaic model of nesting spheres to compute distances to the stars and planetary spheres. In the Babylonian Talmud, compiled before the Quran, also suggested that the upper part of the universe is made up of 7 heavens. The link and references to it are below. A section clearly describes the heavens as 7 in number. The reference to 7 heavens and 7 earths are found in Legends of the Jews. For example, on page 9 it says God created 7 heavens, and on pages 10 and 11 it mentions how God created 7 earths too. And just as it is described in Jami' Tirmizi earlier, coincidentally, the distance is also 500 years. The ancient Egyptians believed that the soul was taken through the 7 spheres of the planets to the Ogdoad, an 8th realm that lay above the heavens where the gods resided. This notion was preserved in later Gnostic cosmological schemes developed by the theologian Valentinus, who reinforced it as a Gnostic theory of 7 heavens, reintroducing the concept of 7 planetary spheres with an 8th above them, the sphere of the fixed stars above which God resided. The spheres are convex upward centered on God, rather than convex downward centered on the earth. In the Britannica, the full link is below, it mentions the ancient Egyptians believed in 7 paths to heaven and 7 underworlds, and how within Mithraism they believed the soul rose to paradise through 7 spheres. It also mentions the importance of the number 7 within Christianity, but the numbering of 7 of the deadly sins or layers of purgatory are not in the Bible. However, 7 heavens are actually mentioned in the Quran and also in the Hadith, in addition to 7 levels or gates of hell as found in Quran 15 verses 43 to 44. This is confirmed by commentaries such as Jalalain and many others. The idea of 7 heavens and earths as found in the Quran and Hadith are also found in Hinduism. According to Hindu Puranas literature, the universe is divided into 14 worlds, with 7 upper worlds and 7 lower worlds, as explained in Hinduism, an alphabetical guide, page 224. Within Jainism, considered by some early scholars to be a sect of Hinduism, whose origins can be traced to 7 to 5 century BC, also have a concept of 7 heavens and 7 earths or underworlds. In the English language, there is a common idiom or expression, 7th heaven, which refers to extreme happiness or bliss. Here is a short YouTube video explaining it. The link is in the description. The adage 7 heavens was known throughout various societies and cultures. So in conclusion, Scientifically, the term seven heavens is incorrect. The heavens are not stratified in this manner, nor are the stars all found within the lowest heaven, as the Quran states. The Earth is a globe floating in space. It is just one of many planets in the universe, with numerous stars above and below it, and all around it in every direction, extending towards the far reaches of the observable universe. It is obvious that it is not Allah, rather the Quran contains man's understanding of the universe at a time when they did not have access to today's technology. Otherwise, Muslims have to admit Allah's knowledge is comparable to 7th century Arabs, who, when they looked at the night sky, felt stars are layered at some kind of a level within a certain atmospheric stratification. When the Quran mentions that there are 7 heavens and 7 earths, this idea already existed in ancient Mesopotamian cultures for thousands of years, from Sumerian to Babylonian, from the Greeks to Hinduism, from Jainism to Jewish legends. Therefore, the concept of 7 heavens that the Quran talks about is of pre-Islamic origin, and the term 7th heaven is used in common parlance not because of the information from the Quran, nor does it have to do with anything to do with the miracle of Islam. Islam is a religion based upon ideas taken from earlier cultures and their associated legends. There is nothing new that Islam or the Quran has brought that cannot be traced to another culture or religion.